Hey guys, welcome back to Sports Cards 101, Education for Collectors. Today I will actually be pre-screening some cards for you. We're going to be looking for flaws. We're going to be eliminating any cards that are not worth grading, help you better understand the process. So let's get ready and start grading. All right, so we're going to actually look at a couple cards now. This is actually a submission we just received. I won't give his full name, for Mr. De Leon in California. And so we just received this submission. This is one that's being pre-screened today. So I'm going to take a look at a few of these. He's got we're starting with a Tommy Lasorda signature number 3 of 5. Beautiful Tommy Lasorda signature card. So this one has a very dark blue border. So I'm going to prop up here to get it under the magnifier. I've got plenty of lighting on it. You can see a little bit of chipping on the top edge. So it's probably going to be no better than an 8. But with it being a Hall of Fame autograph, 3 of 5, and he wants it certified anyway, this would probably be a decent candidate to grade. Could be an 8.5 because it's just a tiny touch. The other corners, I had peeked at this one before we started filming, are pretty clean. So nice card. Again, putting it back in an oversized sleeve. I'm going to move on. We've got a thicker card coming up, and you have to handle thicker cards quite a bit differently. We've got a Keenan Allen certified future jersey auto. Again, with thicker cards, one of the things you've got to be aware of is there is extra paper stock. You've got extra paper stock. So there can be fraying, there can be you've basically got 10 times or 5 times as much card there. Imagine 5 thin cards stacked on top of each other. You've got that many layers of contents. You've got to be very careful with these. This card, you also have to be, this particular card in the patch, I don't know if our camera picked that up, there's a very slight tear in the patch itself. So, some may think that's cool as a game-worn piece, but corner-wise, this one looks pretty clean. It's got the silver finish on top. The front looks good. When I flip it over, I can see just a touch of white on the lower right-hand corner. Just a touch of white, which would probably knock it down. So this one we may need to confirm with the customer if they still want it done. Because beautiful card, the auto's very clean, but again, it does have a touch of white on the back. So that one might be a customer call if they want that one done or not. All right, moving on to one of my all-time favorite cards. This is the 08 Topps Chrome Kobe and LeBron, card number 24. Classic Topps Chrome card. I've always wanted to own a refractor on this, but they're a little pricey. One thing you got to be aware of on chrome cards is you have to look for the surface scratches. You got to check, is there any fingerprints? This one is very clean. Notice I'm holding it by the edges. Checking the corners. Corners look really good. This, of course, is already a high dollar card. Of course, we use a sliding scale. The higher the value to start with, the better candidate it is to assume for grading, even if in a slightly lower grade, but this one is super clean. So I would highly recommend this one. This one's going to pass for sure. Coming up, we've got an Upper Deck Griffey rookie, of course, which is probably one of the highest graded sports cards in the history of the hobby. Not probably, it certainly is. 89 Upper Deck Griffey. Most everyone who's been in the hobby more than a week is familiar with this card, as it is one of the most iconic cards in the hobby. This one, even before I put it under magnification, I'm ruling it out, and here's why. One of the first things you need to always look for in an 89 Upper Deck Griffey is the hologram on the back, because sometimes they're screwed up. This one, if our camera catches it, the hologram is not complete. They're going to knock off for that. The hologram is partially missing on the back, which is a printing flaw on the card. So I would immediately reject that one and kick that one back. Now what we do for those who are used to our services, and we'll show a sample of this at the end of the video, is whenever customers, submitters send to us, we review their cards. If they want screening, we will literally use a Sharpie. we will mark on the outer sleeve what the issue with the card is, and we'll show that to you. And that way, when we return the cards to you, you know what either our estimate of the grade, or we'll at least identify what the flaws are. Centering issues, corner issues, a hologram printing issue, whatever it might be. So we do that as a service to you to help, not just to say, hey, we rejected this card. We actually tell you why, because we believe in educating those who are submitting with us, not just telling you we push these back, but actually helping you understand why we don't recommend it for grading, because we believe that's part of our service that we include. So I'm going to flip through here and see if I quickly spot any other issues just with the centering. This submission is mainly newer cards. So let's look at a pink winning ticket, Justin Herbert. Really cool looking card, winning ticket. This one is number 69 of 75. Again, as this is a chrome stock card, one of the first things you got to do is check the surface, see if there's any scratches, because sometimes right out of the pack these will have scratches. You also need to check the back on these, as unfortunately Panini has had issues with some chrome cards where they'll have a slight, very slight thumbnail crease on the back of the card. That was especially prevalent with 2019-20 Prism. We saw a lot of Zion and Morant rookies come through that had that printing flaw, or really it was damage, manufacturing flaw. This one looks really good. The centering on this is about 55-45. It's just a hair off left to right. We'll be doing another video on centering, how you can measure that yourself, just like a professional grader does. This one looks really good, and it's going to go off for grading. So I've just given you a brief glimpse of a few cards that we look at. We do thousands of these every week for customers. We do everything from 1909 T206 cards to 2023 tops, and we give them the same treatment. Obviously, if it's a T206 card, we're going to allow for a little more condition issues than we will on a 2023 tops. But the bottom line is, we're here to help you. This is just a sample of some ideas, some things that you can apply to aid yourself in grading cards and in understanding how to find flaws with condition. But understand, we're here to help you. We submit thousands of cards for customers every week. You can just go on our website, GotBaseballCards.com, click on the service you would like to use. You get the same type of pre-screening service with any company that you choose. We only charge $2 for cards we reject. Many other group submitters will charge you for every single card they look at, on top of the regular grading fees. So there's a reason thousands and thousands of submitters use us, and the reasons that we're still growing rapidly with our submission service. So we've been doing it longer than anyone else, again, dating back to the late 90s, and thousands of satisfied customers worldwide, and we hope we can help you as well. And if you like this video, we hope you will share it with friends, subscribe to our channel, because we will be back with more great content, Sports Cards 101 education for collectors. So appreciate you tuning in, and we will see you next time.